Well, welcome to another fascinating episode of Everything Clifton.
That's great. Yeah, thanks so much for doing this, Tom. It's really great. Tom's my identical twin brother. I'm Chuck Lohre. I've only lived in Clifton 15 years. Tom's lived here about 20, I think. So Jan and I love Clifton and big supporters of the market. And it is a wonderful, friendly, family atmosphere. Everybody cares about each other, and it's just a great community asset. So I see the pumpkins are out in full force. So get your pumpkin and carve it up for the kiddies to enjoy Halloween. So yeah, I've enjoyed Tom's videos, watch them and catch up with what's going on at the theater and the hardware store and Clifton Natural Foods, all the shops. Tom reports all the news.
Yeah, we got Everything Clifton.
Fit to be on camera, and that's great. So my favorite things here at the market are the great fruits and vegetables, and which is nice since now I'm a vegetarian. So unfortunately, I used to enjoy the pork loin and the salmon, but I'm focusing more on just cruising the aisles, finding things that I might not have bought before. Cookies, maybe. Nothing wrong with cookies. And so there's a lot of interesting products. Everybody's asked for these products to be carried here at the market. The bakery is another big asset. The meat department, great meat, and so that's something special for the Clifton market. We're all looking forward to the CliftonFest next weekend. There'll be a lot of activity on the street. So
let's hope it's a nice day like today.
Yeah, it'll be great. What a wonderful neighborhood here. I call it the Village, and it's got it's only half a mile from my house, and like walking up here, get my exercise. I'm sure a lot of other people do. Close to everything, and so.
Well, you're a marketing specialist. Do you have any insight on how to do a guerrilla marketing campaign? We got kind of limited funds, but
Tom went into fine art, and I took over the family business, an industrial advertising agency. My dad started working in 1955 and purchased the company in '65. I got ownership in '85, and then but we do machine tools and mining equipment and chemical processing equipment. But I've avocation. I volunteer with Earth Day, the Greater Cincinnati Earth Coalition. That I'm on their board, and that's really taught me more about consumer marketing. I'm also a big volunteer with the U.S. Green Building Council. I helped get during the recession. I kind of got my lead AP, and I went to work doing green building certification. So I've learned the best lesson I've learned from consumer marketing is how to promote green building. I've had a lot of tours of commercial buildings. I've had a lot of educational seminars. I've taught people how to pass the exam. But the best thing that I ever came up with is just doing home tours. I put together 8 home tours a year, 4 in the spring, 4 in the fall, and I've learned that people will take time out of their day to go look at somebody else's house. Well, who wouldn't? That's why our Clifton home tours are so successful.
North Side had their home tour either today or yesterday.
Yeah, it was just yesterday, and it might have been today as well. There was a green home there that I know of that I had done some writing. I write about green homes to help them get a public education credit, which accounts towards their LEED certification. These home tours do as well. So so that, I don't know how I can morph that into the market. Sometimes,
I guess I'm giving a daily home tour of the market.
yes. So video wise, this is you know, you get your Clifton the news read to you, listen to. I listen to Tom while I'm surfing social media or doing my other work, and I enjoy it, especially the interviews with other people in the neighborhood. So, well, it's great to. You're not seeing double here. There really are two of us, and we're Cliftonites, and it's we both have a interest in the community. I mean, I was president of a neighborhood council in East Walnut Hills. I've always been active with the neighborhoods that I've lived in, and it's great, Tom.
Well, thanks a lot.
All right, well, I hope you have a good set of interviews.
I'm hoping a bumper crop. Last week's Sunday show was the highest rated, and it was really the testimonials.
Well, good. Yeah, I love the interviews, so I'm more than happy to have a good day and enjoy your Sunday.
All right, thank you, Chuck. Well, I think I need to put my, I don't know if I think my lens needed a little cleaning, but I guess not. Well, anyway, thank you, Chuck, for that great interview. Basically, now I'm kind of going for I went around the store and I took pictures, and I like to read them off to give you an update on what's happening in the market. So it's a lot of fun. And right there by the bananas, we have medjool dates for $7.99 a pound. Shelled, it's right here by the bananas racks here. Seems like bananas are a real staple. And then we have shelled pecans for $5.99. Rolled dates for $6.99. And pineapple is $3.99 each. So that's right here with the bananas. And I want to have a shout out to our local providers. We're always trying to increase our local providers, especially since we have the shelf space that we may be able to carry more specialty goods. But 80 Acres supplies us great salads, and they'll be continuing to do that all year, and even in the winter, because they've taken over urban buildings. All right, see you, Will. Urban buildings, and they're growing them hydroponically. So 80 Acres will be here over the winter, and we have local Beersdorfer cider right here in the juice bar section. Willie's fresh salsa. I'm gonna try and find out exactly where that salsa is. I gotta try some. And of course, our flowers from Wildwood Flora are the small little plants, but I think that the season is slowly coming to an end, so we may not see too many things from Wildwood, although she did have some wonderful braided garlic ropes. I don't see them right here. They must have sold like hotcakes. So that's looking for local. And the juice bar today, we have Radical Strawberry Crunch, a grape strawberry, beet juice with chai seed. We have Green Thumb at the juice bar. It's honeydew, cucumber, mint, kale, lime, apple juice with chai seeds, and 24 karat. It's 100% carrot juice, and strawberry banana juice, strawberry bananas and apple juice. That's on the juice bar today. I also love talking about the Bolt House juices. They're on sale, 2 for $6, and It's fascinating the type of a simple bottle, but they cover the waterfront. You got peach parfait, green goodness. It looks like it's kiwi and apple. We got mango ginger plus carrot, amazing mango, berries and green veggies. These are all the Bold House Farm juices, 100% carrot, blue goodness, sea boost. Looks like mango and gee, I wonder if that, can't see that. Daily Roots, beet juice, and Daily Greens. It's like cucumbers. So that's all from the Bold House, and it's right here in the front of the juice bar here. You can also pick up the beer store for 100% cider, right there. And in our bakery department, we have a lot of wonderful cheesecake. We have plain cheesecake, white chocolate swirl cheesecake, strawberries and cream cheesecake, beautifully displayed. I had to really force myself not to pick one up. We're selling the coffee mugs for $12.99 each. And if you go to the Clifton Market GoFundMe page and donate $125, you get a coffee mug. That's the top of the line, and free coffee for a year. So, and then just to go through, the croissants are $1.25. We have a wonderful selection. Danish are $1.99 each. Muffins are $1.19 each, and donuts are 89 cents each. That's from the wonderful deli, and Dolly's over there making up the cakes now. She did a wonderful job on my daughter's birthday cake. Going over to the Bruce selection, we have Nosferatu Imperial Red Ale for $8.99 for a 4-pack. Nosferatu, Burning River. So I guess I didn't see any of the. But let's go to some other beers we have here. We have the cold case in front, and then just to the left is the vast selection of beers. We have the Beer Geek Flat White at $7.49. We have Mission Mick Keller Mission Chinese for $5.49. The Palette Trip Sour Indian Pale Ale from 8 Wired for $5.49. And just in that same selection, Vandermill Puff for $8.99. The Rock Mill War on Wheat, $7.49, gluten-free. Greens Quest gluten-free triple ale for $5.99. Aspal Pernella's Blush for $4.99. That's in our beer selection. And then over in the juice selection, we have wonderful varieties of Martinelli's apple juice. It's 100% apple juice for $3.99. And there's a coupon, save 50 cents on a larger. So that's a nice selection of Martinelli's juice. And then over in the, you go back in the back cases, on the left, there's some specialty juices here. Organic electrolyte drink, mango and chocolate mint, and watermelon lime. These are Numa organic electrolyte drink. We have chocolate mint, Mango and watermelon lime. Very curious. I'd like to be able to taste something like that. And then over in the meat section, at the fresh cut meat counter, just to the right in the case, we have bone-in turkey ribs, heat and eat, new. So I know that the islanders on Tonga, I think in the middle of the Pacific, they're addicted to turkey tails. I don't know exactly why, but here we have bone-in turkey ribs. I'm sure that somewhere in the world they're crazy about bone-in turkey ribs, but it certainly looks like very tasty, heat and eat. And we're going to the fish department. We have wild Canada lake perch for $15.99 a pound. Wild USA cod loins for $7.99 a pound. Farmed tilapia for $8.99. Wild Indonesian yellowfin tuna for $11.99 a pound. Farmed barramundi for $14.99. Ruby red trout, $13.99 a pound. Wild New Zealand orange roughy, $12.99 a pound. Wild Ecuador swordfish, $19.99 a pound. Wild Canada halibut, $22.99 a pound. And the ever famous seafood salad, it's at $6.99 a pound. And they also have tuna poke. Here we have herring and cream sauce. I don't have a price on that, but they have a lot of cocktail shrimp, $10.99 a pound. We have wild caught USA Gulf shrimp for $11.99 a pound. Farmed India, 26 to 30 count, peeled and deveined raw shrimp, $11.99 a pound. Wild USA sea scallops, $21.99. Wild USA sockeye salmon for $16.99 a pound. And let's see what else we have here. Some wonderful salmon patties, $9.99 a pound. And crab cakes, $6.99 a pound. Let's go to the deli and we'll see they have on sale a hard salami, $7.99 a pound. That's a boar's head. And boar's head lace Swiss cheese, $7.99 a pound. That's specials from the deli. Let's see what hot stuff they have there. They have a lot of nice little meatloafs, Clifton Market specialty, $6.99 a pound. Grilled chicken breast, $6.99 a pound. Twice baked potato, $2.99 each. And let's see what this is. Cuban pork. I can't see the name of that, but very good. Getting over to the sushi. Ryan has done a great job of putting together a nice selection this morning. We have the tuna poke bowl, and also a vegan tuna poke bowl. Also, there's a $2 instant savings on a shrimp tempura crunch roll. It's all ready to go. Along with, now we're moving over to the cheese trays. I saw the date walnut cake, and sure enough, it's been selling. They're down to their last few pieces. Looks a lot like a fruit cake. So that's from our cheese area there, right across from the vegetables. Now let's go to a few selections of the wine. We've got the Voodoo Witch Doctor for $12.99. Insurrection, it's a red blend, it's for $21.99. And Indigenous has a variety of wines. We have the Vintner Select for $15.99, and the Nebbiolo, indigenous Nebbiolo for $14.99. Here's a little blurb about the indigenous Nebbiolo. Yes, very good Nebbiolo at a very affordable price. This fresh, pure, perfectly structured Nebbiolo made in a clean style that shows off the dark cherry, tar, and red roses aromas and flavors that are classic Piedmont. This is a remarkable value in basic Nebbiolo pair with braised meats, mushrooms, and risotto. So that's a great comment about the indigenous Nebbiolo, and also we have indigenous, let's see if they have it, Nero di Avola. They have a couple of bottles there. It's $15.99. It's a very pronounced bouquet of dark black cherry, ripe plum, and black licorice that leads to a well-integrated exotic medley of juicy dark cherries, fresh flowers, hints of underbrush, and tobacco. The finish is notably balanced and persistent. Pair with braised beef, rich salamis, and cheeses. Wow, fantastic. So glad I love reading those comments in the section indigenous-selections.com. It's a sustainable farming wine. And let's go to the last selection, I hope. We have some bottles of it. I don't see any, so it was they sold out of the Nero Troja. Let's see what they say about the Nero de Troja. Means the black grape of Troy, and comes from Italy's heel of the boot, Puglia. This wine is packed with luscious and opulent red and black berry fruits wrapped around a velvety texture that leads to a lingering fruity finish. Pair with grilled and smoked meats, salamis, and cheeses. So that's certainly a wonderful. That was $15.99. It looks like they've sold out of it. Here's a fascinating selection of red. It's called Freak Show. It's a red wine, and it's at $29.99. I wish we had a description for that wine. Also, we have a Decoy Red Blend of Napa for $19.99. You save $10. These are sizzling specials in the wine department. Ninner Red, $19.99. Patinelli Vineyards Trintia, $24.99, save $5. And Hess Select family-owned Winemaker's Blend Trio 2014. It's a California red table wine, $17.99, save $5. And our last selection is the Ben Marco Espresso for $34.99. That's our lineup for today for the. Love going around the store and taking pictures of what we have. We're still having trouble with getting our shelves stocked. Let's go to the lineup of what's happening here. You might remember we're trying to write down the playlist here on the market. The other day I heard Jesus Just Left Chicago and the Rolling Stones, Beast of Burden. Hello. So we're trying to find some programming for the cafe here. If you want to have a party or a meeting at the cafe, we'll certainly accommodate you. You can get in touch with me. We're looking for people to want to show their art. I put up a few paintings of my own for temporary. I'm going to jumpstart the art shows here. And so that's about the timeline. We can, the music at the plazas, we're going to get to that. Yesterday was the deadline for the golden ticket, so we look forward to that show. This Sunday was a nature walk. They met at 8 a.m. at the Trailside Nature Center. It's being Sunday, it's the beginning of a new week, and coming up, the big news is the Clifton Town meeting tomorrow, Monday, 7 p.m. at the Rec Center, and I don't have the lineup for that. I didn't see the email of the agenda, so I will be excited to read the minutes later when they get posted on CliftonCommunity.org. You go to menu, go to Clifton Town meeting, and they list the minutes. So look forward to reading those. So this Monday we have the Clifton Town meeting, 7 p.m. And that's about all that's going on this week that I can think of, except CliftonFest starts on Friday. We'll read the lineup of that soon. We can go to that now. Recently, the Clifton Town meeting sent out a great email outlining all the fun things to do in Clifton. So the major suggestions, the first on the CTM email, if you go to CliftonCommunity.org and sign up, put your email address in, you'll get these notices. I love to copy all the text and put it in a text document so that I strip out all the links. It makes it a lot more easier to read. But they're looking for ideas for the NSP grants. The Neighborhood Support Program gives money to each one of the 52 neighborhoods, and they're looking for new ideas. So they will vote on the ideas at the membership meeting on December 3rd. They're looking for also on the CliftonCommunity.org. They've started putting updated crime statistics. We'll go to CliftonCommunity.org, and we're going to check out that new feature today. There's a free solar workshop coming up. It's Thursday, October 4th. It's sponsored by the Greater Cincinnati Energy Alliance and the City of Cincinnati. They're offering a free solar workshop at the Clifton Library. This is Thursday, October 4th, from 6:30 to 7 p.m. You'll find out how solar works, learn about federal tax credits expiring in 2019, and meet the industry experts and hear about the benefits of going solar. The program is free and open to the public, and attendees will be entered to win a $25 gift card at the end of the workshop. Also, let's see. This is the end of September, and this is the end of the music on the plaza. This coming weekend will be CliftonFest. They'll have music once again, and there'll be the close of music for the season. So this is the lineup for CliftonFest on Friday, October 5th, at evening on the Clifton Plaza. There will be 2 bands playing. Come and join your neighbors and bring a chair if you want. From 6 to 10, we have live jazz and wine tasting on the plaza from Lolo Wines. Rags to Riches will be playing. It's a Dixieland Jazz, performs from 6 to 7:30 this Friday on the plaza, part of CliftonFest. And then later in the evening, we have Jump and Jive. A big band performs at 8 to 10 p.m. It's certainly a first-class event. I'll be up there dancing with my partner, Irene. These are the details for October 6th, Clifton Fest, the street will be closed from Ormond to Clifton. In the morning at 9 a.m. is the Tri-Health 5K Run Walk. The race begins in Burnett Woods across from the Clifton Public Library, the corner of Jefferson, Ludlow, and Brookline, and winds through the park, ending at Diggs Plaza, the corner of Clifton and Ludlow. Prizes awarded in all age groups in male and female divisions. Registration for the 5K run and walk is $25 through October 4th and $30 on site. Registration includes a Clifton Fest t-shirt, a pint glass, and a goodie bag of coupons and gifts from Gaslight, Clifton Gaslight businesses. So you can go to cliftoncommunity.org, or I'm sorry, you're going to go to cliftonfest.com, and you can sign up and register online. That's cliftonfest.com. If you have any questions, you can email them at info@cliftonfest.com. From 11 a.m. to 11 p.m., Ludlow Avenue is closed to traffic between Clifton and Ormond Avenues. Chalk art drawings, craft, vendor booths, street performers, beer tent sponsored by West 6 Brewing from Lexington. There'll be storefront activities from businesses and local restaurant specials. That's all happening on Saturday from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. There'll be the kids area will once again be in the Habanero parking lot. It'll be from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Clifton Area Neighborhood School, PTO, and Advisory Group will be operating the inflatable slide and games for kids. The Cincinnati Neighborhood Games, along with Team Clifton, winners of the 2018 games, will be in this area until 1 p.m. with giant Jenga and cornhole toss. So the Clifton team will be there. They're winners of the 2018 Neighborhood Games. The live music for Saturday begins with Ma Crow. It's an acoustic trio of a guitar, acoustic bass, and a fiddle. It starts at 11 a.m. Then followed by South. It's R&B, funk at 12:45 p.m. The third group is French Axe. It's International Soul, 2:30 p.m. Followed by Misterman and the Mojo Band, Blues, at 4:15 p.m. A fixed band, rock, soul, and dance at 6 p.m. Acaria, rock percussion at 7:45 p.m. And then finishing up the night, going on at 9:30, is Sol del Caribe, it's Latin dance, starting at 9:30 at the main stage. It's going to be set up, I'm sure where it was last year, right there at the end of Ludlow. The kids zone will be back down in the lower part of Diggs Plaza. It's from 12 to 6 p.m. It's right below the fountain. It will include games, food, live family entertainment, and activities such as face painting, balloon animals, jugglers, inflatables, and crafts. It's organized and presented by the Cincinnati Parks Department. Live entertainment includes the Wump Puppets at 3 p.m. and also Zach Morgan at 4 p.m. followed by Jason and Joni at 5 p.m. So that's the live entertainment in the kids area below the fountain in Diggs Plaza. The pet parade is on Saturday. They gather at Emmanuel Presbyterian Church, 3445 Clifton Avenue at 1:30. So they're going to gather at 1:30 with the parade following the sidewalk from the church to Ludlow Avenue, then through Clifton Fest to the main music stage where costumes will be judged and prizes awarded. Judging will be from 2 to 2:30. So you gather at the Emmanuel Presbyterian Church at 3445 Clifton Avenue at 1:30. The parade will start shortly afterwards, and the contest categories are Best Costume, Pet Owner Look-alike, The Wildest Wag, The Most Mysterious Heritage, and Pet Floats. So that's always a fun event. I love taking photographs of the pets. CliftonFest seeks many volunteers for all sorts of tasks. Please click here. Well, you can go to CliftonFest.com, and there'll be a place to sign up to volunteer. You can always email at info@CliftonFest.com with your volunteer wish, and they'll respond quickly and get back to you and give you a task. Clifton Fest 2018 sponsors include TriHealth, Clifton Town Meeting, Clifton Business and Professional Association, the Gaslight Property, Cincinnati Parks, Ludlow Wines, and West 6th Brewing. So more information is available on CliftonFest.com. There's also an old house maintenance program coming up on October 20th. It's held by the famous Lynn Hughes of Decorative Restoration. We'll get into that more later as it gets closer. On next week, they have a Uptown Career Info section. We'll talk about that later in the week. The Cincy Flags. Cincy Flags is a City of Cincinnati grant-funded project seeking to professionally design a unique flag for each of Cincinnati's 52 neighborhoods. With your input, they hope to capture the distinct character and identity in each of the neighborhoods to reinforce local pride and instill in everyone a better sense of place. Part of the design process does include presentation at a CTM Community Council meeting. So maybe they'll have that on the agenda for Monday. We'll look forward to that. The rest of it is that's all from a great email from Clifton Town Meeting. You can go to cliftoncommunity.org, sign up to have an email. News sent to you, and it's a great resource. So that's all we have from that great email. We're going to move ahead to, let's just see what's playing at CityBeat. I always like to see what the listings are for music. Sunday, September 30th, the last day of September. Let's see if there's anything local. Northside Tavern, Mammoth, Indigo, and the Turtle Doves at 8 p.m. It's indie rock and it's free. So we have Northside Tavern, and Urban Artifact is having Bat House with Dracula Wolf and Spooky Dreamland, 9 p.m. It's indie rock, various, and it's free. Two great bands playing over in Northside at the Tavern and Urban Artifact. Thank you for CityBeat for getting that together. The big story on the flyers is the bearcash.com. Some people wonder how did they get the Bear Cash? Well, Tom Rizzo of Bear Cash has three publications, and this is one of them, and the other two are held in the mountains. I believe one's in Tennessee and one is in North Carolina. But it's Bear Cash meant to be. Howdy. Fine. It's a bear, like in the mountains. That's how Tom got the idea. But it seems like it's talking about UC Bearcats, but actually it's about the mountains, the bears in the mountains. So inside, Tom and Keith have gotten together a 10% off student college discount. So it's valid with the coupon and any student or college ID. So we got Tom Dwyer's trying to call me. I'm going to have to let it go to voicemail. because it reduces the microphone, so we'll just wait till it goes to voicemail, and I'll we'll go back to, okay. We'll see what Tom had to say later. Tom Dwyer is one of the Clifton Market board members. He's also been on CTM. He may still be on CTM. So anyway, that's the coupon for the students, trying to get that distributed to get the word out to the students about the 10% off student college discount, valid with coupon and any student or college ID. Thank you for Keith and Tom for putting that together. Let's see what else we got here. I'm going to go straight to the, let's go straight to the internet. Let's see what we have on the browsers. Already, well, we haven't mentioned the GoFundMe page. Oh, yes, we did, with the coffee mug. We're trying to raise $300,000 in operating capital that we never gave the store when it opened almost 2 years ago. Probably the best way to raise it would be to find lenders. If you come into the foyer with the carts, we have a literature box that's right here, and you can see the prospectus for the loans. You can pick your interest rate and the term of your loan, and that would be the way to raise the $300,000 we need for operating capital. The store opened with $10,000 in cash, and it's never really gotten up. Consequently, the shelves are a little bare because we don't have the sales. We're still waiting for the community support to come in, but we could solve this in a week if we could generate enough of the operating capital to stock the stores, but it needs the community to come in. So it's kind of like a two-edged sword. I think a lot of people are shopping the market with an open mind, and we always have excellent produce, fish market, fresh cut meats, a deli, a wonderful bakery. It's just some of the dry goods are a little bit thin, because that's what we want that operating capital for. So we got a goal of $300,000 in the GoFundMe page, but we really would prefer to have 300 investors make a loan to the store. So let's go back to CliftonCommunity.org and see if what they have on it. Howdy. See what they have on the front page. Oh, we have the street naming contest. The connector that goes from Central Parkway to Martin Luther King circles White Castle. Excuse me. The city is allowing us to pick the name. So we can go to CliftonCommunity.org, and right there in the front is scroll down the main screen, and it's a street naming contest. You can fill in the form right there. Each entry must list the suggested street name and why it is a good name, including any significance. The entry form is right there. So there's a lot of great news there. Let's go to the home page and see. Let's see. Just mentions the October 1st CTM meeting. It's tomorrow, and you can sign up for electronic emails, electronic news. It's a great resource. Well, I forget what I was going to try and verify with the CliftonCommunity.org, but we'll just keep on going. Let's go see what's happening at the Ludlow Garage. They had 3 bands play. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So let's re-download that and see what's going on this week. It'll be CliftonFest at that time. Friday, we have Nick Kick the NX Experience, INXS. You might remember that band. And then Saturday we have Erica Winderstrom of the Heartless Bastards with special guest Static Falls, and we'll be reading some of the information about this. So Friday we have Kick the NX Experience and Erica Winderstrom on Saturday. So it'll be in the height of CliftonFest. The garage doors will be open, and I'm sure it'll be a great time. Let's go to see more details about Kick the NX Experience. Probably a cover band there. Kick the NX Experience is a unique blend of incredibly talented musicians who bring the highest level of musicianship to the audience while showing a true passion for the music of NX, consistently causing the spontaneous eruption of decadence rock party. Vocalist, guitarist, and singer-songwriter Corey Massey has long held a respect and admiration for the late, great Michael Hutchence, seen NX perform in Philadelphia in 1988 and 1989. Served more than a young man's earning to scour the beauties in attendance or to drink in the sobering decadence. These were enlightening moments. Michael Hutchence embodied all that a true entertainer strives to be. He was a natural, nearly impossible to become. That caliber of presence either sends your performer's soul to whimpering or it inspires you to soar. Corey auditioned for the show Rockstar NX in 2004. It was both an honor and a humbling experience for him. He fully appreciated the competition. American Idol contestant Chris Daughtry, for one, but more so enjoyed the camaraderie of his fellow hopefuls. It was clear to him that every person at CBGB's that day wanted to be a part of reviving NX. Ultimately, CBGB's is an old punk bar in the Village in New York City. It's closed now. Ultimately, you were probably aware, the role was awarded to J.D. Fortune, who did a fine job during his tenure as the new frontman for the band. The next time you see Corey, you should ask him to tell you the story of meeting little Steven Van Zandt that afternoon. It's a funny story, so befitting the end of a great trip. Corey loves to recount the tale and will likely whip out the pictures to illustrate. In July of 2013, while attending an Aerosmith tribute show, Draw the Line at the House of Blues in Myrtle Beach, it struck him that there was no reason he couldn't be on that stage in tribute to Michael Hutchence. Hello? Hello?
Tom?
Yes?
Yes, I'm Lynn Hughes.
Oh, great, great.
I didn't hear from you, so I didn't come yesterday.
Oh, I see.
I figured, because you said you might be out of town, so when I didn't hear you back, I thought, well, he must have gone out of town.
Well, you want to sit down and say hello?
How long does this take?
Oh, it's up to you. You can take as long or as short as you want. A minute. Just
What do we do?
we're just talking about what you're shopping.
And on video?
Yes, we're
No,
live.
Not looking up.
Okay.
I'll take a regular video.
No,
Yesterday I looked nice. Today I
no, I understand.
Yeah.
I understand. I'll be
It's
here.
nice to meet you, though.
Thank you. I'll be broadcasting all the way till Sunday. I'm broadcast live every day around noon, so
Okay.
you can.
Okay. Well, I went on vacation on Wednesday, so
Well,
and I work during the week.
no, I understand. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hmm?
How are you?
Oh, here at the market? Well, my recent epiphany is that you know, I go away for 4 months and I come back and the store is still here.
Yeah.
You know, I'm amazed at how persistent it is, how
Right.
tenacious we are, and I think we're going to fight tooth and nail, and they'll have to close it with a court order or police in order to close the store.
Yeah.
So,
I hope that we don't have to do that at all.
well, I hope we don't either, and I feel like we could have kind of a shock coming. You know, I don't know exactly what that form that will take, but
Okay.
maybe that will be a catalyst,
Yeah.
because our main goal is to, one, raise our sales enough to be viable, and two, we have to raise the operating capital.
Yeah.
So I sort of sense that there's a movement that the community feels like, well, we should go ahead and do the last part of the fundraising.
Okay.
And if we did that, we have to combine it with support of the community coming and supporting. So it's really community first, and then we raise the operating capital. And basically, we could do this in a week if we had enough
Yeah. Right.
gumption.
Well, yeah.
So I think fundraising was gone out the window, but I think it's starting to get a little bit more feel like it's possible.
Well, good.
So that's the.
Well, I know the GoFundMe account.
Well, that's sort of a knee-jerk
No, I know, but I did
way to
read
do it.
I
We did just the
Yeah.
other day, but it's sort of like a barometer of support. I like to read it to see it go
Right.
up a little bit, but really we need people to make loans. You know, that
Well,
started
we
at
also
1,000.
need to figure out why all the shareholders and the shareholders don't shop.
Well, you know,
It was a pretty high percentage.
Yes.
If you have husband and wife, each one
That's
have
true.
their own. I
That's
mean,
true.
the percentage to me was pretty high. If you're going to invest in something, well, why don't you support it?
I feel like it was really an association with a new store, and they're kind of locked into their shopping habits. And to come here, you have to sort of think out of the box, especially in this difficult. And many times people have changed their buying habits, and now they come here and they don't have a grocery list, so to speak. And it takes you know, we could have made this simpler if we had the community support, but you can't really, you know, question why. I think they're just trying to
Right.
change their mind, but it's taking a little while.
So for the people who are shareholders who have not shown up, is there a way to reach out to them directly and say, what can we do to have you come shop with us?
We wanted to start a call-in campaign. You know, if you go to we have a Google Groups that we're encouraging the shareholders to go to Google Groups, search Clifton Market, and ask permission to be in that group. And that's a better way to communicate with it.
Oh, okay.
So it's a Google group. They started this it's a discussion, think tank.
Yeah, okay.
And so we're trying to reach the shareholders through this group.
Oh, okay.
So but I think that the market, they don't want to really, they don't want to really irritate the shareholders with,
and I understand
like
that.
by sending them emails.
Well, I wouldn't do multiple emails.
Right. It should be. I've been trying to encourage, you know, an occasional email.
Right, yeah.
Well written, that's
Well-written,
inspiring.
Yeah, I don't want people after, I get enough emails every day.
No, I know.
Yeah,
I agree.
so-
I agree. Last night I sent out an email to everybody I know in Clifton. I have an extensive list of about 400, 500, and I didn't get any
I don't think I
pushback.
was on there.
Well, I guess not. I'm sorry. This was an old
I'm
list.
just kidding you.
It's an old list I generated when I worked on the Chronicle.
Oh, yeah.
And
Did you know my mom had Overbeck?
was she a writer at the Chronicle?
No, when she
Overbeck.
worked for Clifton Town Meeting in the shoe shop for years.
Oh my gosh.
And then she was on the, she helped in a phone solicitation to get people to be part of CTM and pay their dues and
Gee,
join.
that was before my time. I thought
Oh, okay.
I thought I knew everybody, but
Well, she's deceased now.
Oh, well, God bless
But
her.
I grew up in Clifton, so,
So we really, we feel like you need to get a little button. You can buy them for 50 cents at
Okay.
the counter, and you can put your name in and become an ambassador for the store.
oh, I'm ambassador just by talking.
Well, that's
I'm not a pin wearer, but
okay.
I
Well,
talk.
no, we are encouraging.
I talk to a lot of people, and I encourage a lot of people.
Well, I'm surprised that the change that comes over people to be converted to the store.
Yeah.
They really just come here because of the great experience and our fresh bakery, produce, deli,
Deli and
sushi,
and the meat.
fresh cut meat,
Yeah.
and fish. We're a little bit thin on dry goods. I wish I could say we're going to get
The trouble with dry goods is, I always thought there was too many of them anyway.
right.
I never thought that was the niche for Clifton.
That's true.
The people that
That's
are
true.
buying all that stuff aren't buying it here.
That's
They're
true.
going to Costco, they're going to Safety.
That's true. That's
You
true.
know, so
But the empty shelves puts a
not-
strange
it
thought
gives
to
a,
people.
yeah, it gets a, yeah, eerie.
I wanted to put like a note on the shelves, but it's probably not a good idea. We need really the staff to explain that the situation. It's a very simple one once you explain. As a
Right.
community store, we're trying to make a go of it.
Right.
Everything's not perfect, and
We appreciate your support, keep it up.
thank you, Rick.
Well, yeah, I think, or if there was a way to somehow, like October or fall, sort of put some kind of decoration on the shelf with an explanation.
I'm trying to work on that, but
It's fun.
I've got to kind of.
Yeah, well, that's,
I did the new window treatments and the.
yeah, they did a nice job on
Thank
it.
you. But as far as I got to sort of let Keith and the staff,
Yeah.
they're all expert grocers. They sort of
Right.
know what to do, but
Right.
they're kind of in a conundrum. They're not used to having empty shelves. But when you don't have the
Capital. you
the
can't
capital,
buy- you can't
so,
buy
but
goods.
we could raise the 40,000 to fill the shelves, but it wouldn't be anything unless we garnered the community to come
Yeah.
together.
Right.
The better way to do it would be the community to embrace the store, shop here enough to allow us to stock
Right.
the store,
Right.
and that's what we're shooting for. I know it's almost an impossible task, but
Forge ahead.
it is a special store,
Yes.
and I think everybody would regret it.
Oh, I would, if I don't ever have to go further, I'm gonna be further.
So we're trying to let people set aside their thoughts of not supporting the store and coming in so that we don't have to go into foreclosure or sell the building or something. It might come to that, and we can still survive.
Yeah.
So
I just do not see the
I-
point so neat.
so I'm looking for a catalyst, something to help.
Yeah.
I don't, and I guess what I'm saying, I need a snowstorm.
Well,
We had a.
we never know.
If we had a
You never
sn-
know.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
just gotta keep a positive flow. I was talking to the butcher, his name I cannot remember right now.
Well, it's Lark.
And he was walking down, and I've talked to him since he first started here.
Mhm.
And he was sort of, I said, "Oh, hello there," and I said, well, you know, that doesn't keep customers if you're not smiling.
That's good. I try to give the employees a little pep talk.
Yeah. And he just,
they asked
I
what
said,
to-
so, he said, well, it gets sort of discouraging as you see the market starting to go down. I said, well, your lack of smiling is not helping that.
That's true. We
So he said, okay, Lynn.
that's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. Everybody has to become an ambassador.
Oh,
the employees especially.
Yeah, absolutely.
Many times the employees ask me what can they do, and I said,
Oh,
you make
customer service
yes,
is number one.
number one.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Well, I'll be back.
And your name again?
Lynn Hughes.
Lynn Hughes.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
I'll see you online, or socially.
yes. And I will come back when I don't look.
Yes. Well, I think you look fabulous, but
Well,
okay, we'll
I'm
see.
not gonna be on
No,
here looking like that.
no, it's
No,
fine.
no,
Thank you very
no,
much,
no,
Lynn.
no. Thank you.
Thank you. That was a great.
Thank you for all
Oh, my pleasure. So that was a great interview with Lynn Hughes. I forgot to ask her if she was related to Ken Hughes of Creative Restoration. So before we started that great testimony, we were talking about the band that's going to be playing at the Ludlow Garage this Friday, October 5th. It's an Kick the NX Experience. It's a tribute band, and we were talking about the story. So, in July of 2013, while attending the Aerosmith tribute show, Draw the Line at the House of Blues in Myrtle Beach, it struck him that there was no reason he couldn't be on that stage in tribute to Michael Hutchinson and the NX, an idea he had been tossing around for nearly a decade. Corey had watched the emergence of the tribute scene during that time, and after a conversation with two leading tribute circuit friends, Paul Sinclair of Get the Lead Out and Rick Murphy of Hollywood Nights, and the various lifelong friends who backed both these great singers, he found himself inspired to bring his idea to fruition. Upon returning home in early September, Corey found himself questioning whether or not he could find the caliber of player he was looking for in the small southern town of Greenville, South Carolina. Where the preferred genre of music leans heavily to southern rock, the blues and the country. He ran the idea by his friend and fellow Sweet Crude bandmate Don Leslie, who was at first a bit taken aback. Don is an extremely talented bass player whose taste and past experience reflect the heavier side of rock and roll. It wasn't too long, though, before Corey was able to enlist his help in searching for players. With much to their surprise, it was almost magical, the ease with which the band came together. In just 10 short months, Corey found himself on that very stage at the House of Blues performing with his band. Kick the NX Experience was beautifully managed to capture the spirit of NX in both its sound and live performance. The focus has been on faithfully creating the music in its most powerful sense, and in the pocket bottom end from bass player Don Leslie and drummer Johnny D, a brilliant combination of piano and synthesizer by Mark Goodenough, the signature guitar tones produced by guitarists Todd King and Jason Taylor, and the saxophone by area favorite Tom Wheat, and on-the-spot lead vocals by Corey Massey, all lend to a powerful, high-energy show that is guaranteed to have the entire venue singing and dancing to every song all night long. So that's great. That's a great review about Kick the NX Experience this Friday. Tickets are $20 to $35 this Friday at the Garage. Thanks, Dave, for putting that together. It's super. Let's see what the upcoming events for the Clifton Cultural Arts Center. This last Friday was the Photo Focus opening. On Thursday, it's the Photo Focus opening. And you can see the photographs of Jens Rosenkrantz Jr. at the Esquire now. The deadline for the Golden Ticket Show was this Saturday at midnight. We look forward to that show opening up. It's going to be at the... Hey, Dave. So that's we'll get to that when it's coming out. Let's go to Reddit. See if we can find anything exciting. 28 days to go. I just don't seem to find anything current. on Reddit. Sometimes it's a treasure trove, and other times it doesn't seem so. There's no plaza events anymore. We went through that already. Let's see if Jeff Wilson has added something to his blog at Gaslight Properties. But we don't see anything yet. Let's go to Ludlow Avenue in Pictures, a magical history tour. It was posted March 6th by Jeff Wilson. Let's see what that's about. Ludlow Avenue in Pictures, a magical history tour. Recently, I've set out to find old photographs of Ludlow Avenue, the Clifton Gaslight Business District, and the Gaslight District in general. Mostly, I've been searching for photos of storefronts that have changed over the years, either due to cosmetic changes or new businesses replacing old ones. I feel as if I'm just scratching the surface so far, but I figured out I'd trot some photographs just to get things started. I'll trot out some photographs. As more photos become available, I'll keep adding to this blog entry. Howdy.
Hi, how are you?
Fine. I'll keep adding to this blog entry that are narrow in focus. I encourage anyone who has photos or knows where I can find more to add to this collection to contribute. Eventually, I suspect this will become a separate page on Gaslight Properties website. Go to gaslightproperty.com. You can more than likely see the blog. The blog of Jeff Wilson. Hello. So he's suggesting that it become a separate page on the Gaslight Properties website. These are some of the photos I've collected thus far. At first I was going to write a caption for each one, but after posting them, I thought it would be more fun for people to suss out where these locations are, so you can identify all the locations from the past and the business spaces that have replaced them. You can add some photos, and can you add some photos to the collection? In any case, enjoy this soon-to-be expanded magical history tour. So the first photo is somebody wearing bell-bottoms in front of the grocery store with the Esquire in the background before it was rebuilt. Here's another shot of a... I can see, looks like the building of Sitwell's. No, that's, there's the Esquire. Then we have the meat market, interior view of the meat market. Oh, there's a picture in there of the big chair that used to be in the Ludlow garage. You might remember that chair. Here's an image from Keller's. It's got a watermark on it from Getty Images. So there's an old Keller's picture. There's a poster from the Allman Brothers Band, live at the Ludlow Garage in 1970. There's a picture here of the Busy Bee. It says, "See you at the Bee," Busy Bee Restaurant. It's at 316 Ludlow Avenue. I wonder what that is now. There's another picture of putting the Cincinnati State sign on the school. Shows the field. There must have been a field in the old days at Cincinnati State. I mean a ball field, like a football field, when it was Cincinnati Technical College. There's a picture of Kroger's. Used to be on the CVS store location as a Kroger's. And there was a gas station. I believe it's right where the Marathon is now. It used to be Used to be a Texaco, and in the old days they had a service station. You might remember. There's a picture of the old gas station, Texaco. There's a picture of Uno's. Used to be where the little garage is now. There's a picture of D. Raphael store. It's still, there was across the street from the current location of D. Raphael. And next to it was the Ladybug Fashions, you might remember. There's an old picture of a bridge. Gee, I wonder where that bridge is. Let's see, they got a caption here. Division of Highways, Ludlow Avenue Viaduct. Detour on Old Ludlow Avenue looking south towards the bridge over the Mill Creek. Oh. I don't remember. These are very old photos. Ludlow Avenue Viaduct. I guess this was the old bridge across the Mill Creek. Wow. Got an incredible picture here of a bunch of young men. Looks like some sort of festival. Doesn't have a caption. Can't really tell where it is right now. Here we got the Golden Lion Lounge. Hey, Mr. Siegel.
Hey, how are you?
Fine, you want to come over and say hello?
What's new?
Huh?
What's new?
Oh, I'm live on YouTube.
Oh.
You can come over and sit down and say hello.
No, I don't want to.
No,
Thank you,
that's
thank you,
fine.
thank you.
Okay. Oh, thank you very much. The old Golden Lion Lounge. There's a matchbook cover for the Busy Bee. Clifton's Cocktail Bar. I remember hearing a story that Rod Serling used to sit in the Busy Bee and write. They have airwaves, stereo tapes and records at discount prices. Airwaves. It used to be at 362 Ludlow Avenue. And I guess this is the residency of Alexander McDonald. I believe they raised this building, put up Clifton School. I mean, the school that's across from the old Clifton School building, they raised that. All that's left is the carriage house in the back. There's a nice picture of Keller's. There's another photo of Nordica Futon. I remember that. And then there was the jewelry store, Nauru. And there was a coffee shop called Elite Cafe, I believe. There's another poster for Grand Funk Railroad playing at the garage, February 20th and 21st. Doesn't have the date. Grand Funk Railroad. There's another interior, I guess, of the Busy Bee. Well, Jeff's really pulled out all the stops to put together these photos, and I'll have to come back and check it out more often in the future. Thank you, Jeff Wilson, for the great collection of Magical Mystery Tour of Clifton. Let's go to see the Bearcats. See if they, hopefully we can find out whether or not they won yesterday. Let's see what's playing here. We have women's volleyball versus Houston at St. Ursula today at 1 p.m. We have women's tennis in Bloomington. We have the women's soccer versus Houston, Cincinnati at 1 p.m. And that's the lineup for sports. Let's go to October. See what's happening on Monday. Let's see, October, no sports on Monday. Let's see what's on Tuesday. We have men's soccer at Bradley University, Gettler Stadium. Men's soccer versus Bradley University, Gettler Stadium at 7 p.m. On Thursday the 4th, we have women's soccer at USF, Tampa, Florida. On Friday, we have women's volleyball at Temple in Philadelphia, women's golf at Virginia Beach at the ODU Invitational, and the swim team versus Indianapolis on October 5th, diving at 3, swimming at 5, and let's see who UC's playing on Saturday. UC's playing Tulane at Cincinnati at 12 p.m. There'll be men's soccer we'll be playing in Storrs, Connecticut at the University of Connecticut at 7 p.m. And also on Saturday, October 6th, women's golf ODU Invitational at Virginia Beach, Virginia. That's the lineup for UC Sports this coming week. Let's go to the College Conservatory of Music. Today at 4 p.m., the CCM Choral Series Fall Showcase. And on October 3rd to 7th, we have the CCM Main Stage Acting, the Government Inspector. Also coming this week is the CCM Orchestra Series, October 5th. Elgar, Clausen, and Dvorak. That's coming up this week. Great to see that. We look forward to reading those later in the week. I'll go and give you an extensive update on exactly what those are, but that's going to be a fascinating week. We have a play coming up and the orchestra series this week. Let's go to tabs again. Let's go to the Esquire Theater, see what's playing today, Sunday. So, Showtime's Thursday. I don't know why. Let's go to the 30th. Not getting any lineup for Thursday. But Assassination Nation is playing at the Esquire. Fahrenheit 11/9. Blaze is a new film. And Juliet Naked is still playing. We the Animals. Rounding up the marquee is Black Klansman and Three Identical Strangers. So we'll look forward to reading some more about the latest two movies at the Esquire this coming Saturday. Hello.
How are you?
Fine. This coming Saturday we've got at midnight the Rocky Horror Picture Show. It'll be dovetailed right in with CliftonFest. So that's all we have for now. Let's go to the news record. See if they have anything. Maybe that doesn't seem like a I don't have any homecoming court. Here's who made the cut. So I read the other day that 9 UCIT people were fired. I read that story. Let's go back to the internet, see if we can find something else in the tabs before we go to the dedicated. Let's go to FC Cincinnati. FC's Bone list them on earned spots on the USL team. They played yesterday at Nippert Stadium. Maybe when we get to Twitter, we can find out if they won or not. Luna is still at Fridays at the Clifton Performance Theater. And that's all we have here for the browser. Let's go to Twitter and see if we can find out if UC won and FC won yesterday. So we'll get to the top of the list here. Let's see if we can get in. Adrian Durbin. This was retweeted 2 days ago. So today is National Good Neighbor Day. That must have been Friday. This day is created to intention to raise public awareness of that good neighbors help achieve. Hey Kevin, you got out of here without saying anything.
What's that?
You gonna want to come over and say hello?
No, I gotta keep rolling.
Okay.
Thanks, Tom.
Sure, Kevin. Let's share the kindness. So, don't seem to have anything about the game. Darn it. Well, that's okay. Let's see if we can go to Instagram. Maybe we'll find something there. We got Honey Crisp apples from Clifton Market. We got a nice picture from Clifton House of a wonderful meal put together with things bought at Clifton Market. Fall breakfast, salmon croquette, candy, sweet potatoes, and squash medley. Thank you from Clifton House for that. And darn it if I can't find anything about the game. Isn't that crazy? Well, let's go to see some other. Maybe we'll find something. It's not going to be on NextDoor, but let's go to NextDoor anyway and see what's happening at NextDoor. We just got a few more minutes left here in the program. And there's an unknown cat on Glenmary. Some lost dogs. Our dogs got out around Spring Lawn. They usually head towards Rockford Woods. I'm worried because they usually would have come home by now. So this is Kirsten Fryer in Northside, missing her dogs. Abby Bossman of Spring Grove Village found the dog at the corner of Burr Oak and North Edgewood. There's still the sick raccoon. Let's see if we can. They always ask me to sign up. Oh, why? It's not. There we go. So let's. Here's a post from Kevin Marsh of CPS and UC Partnership for Cans. The CPS Public Neighborhood School serving Clifton and Spring Grove Village is serving pre-K through first grade. Next year we'll add second grade. check out the news. So it gives a link there. And Laura and Steve Rati Clifton says bumped up as a reminder, still collecting for the shelter that was robbed. Still collecting for the shelter all dogs come from heaven, provides animal shelter with dog food and supplies. It's just that there is nothing left to give. The shelter suffered 2 burglaries in the span of weeks. Owner Margaret Copeland said, leaving it bereft of an estimated $20,000 in dog food and supplies such as leashes. Hello neighbors, I will still be collecting any donations for the shelter that was robbed this coming week until Saturday. Then I need to get the food to them. Please donate whatever you can, and keep in mind that the holidays are coming and all incredible animals in all shelters need feed. Clifton has, as always, given generously. Thank you, neighbors. So you can go to Clifton NextDoor, see the post bumped up as a reminder, still collecting for shelter that was robbed. So let's go back to Twitter and search. Let's search UC Bearcats. Maybe we can get the result of the game. Got a couple of minutes left. The official Twitter account of the UC Bearcats, but we're going to follow that. This is here. Jason Mandarin said, 19 hours ago, UC must lead the NCAA in 15-yard penalties this year. So UC was leading early in the second quarter at 14-7. Kevin Robert tweets, UC is boofing all over UConn. UC Bearcats rugby defeated Dayton 41-15. That was one day ago. Cincinnati men's soccer, UC with its second consecutive victory, eats with a game winner in the 6th minute. So that's great. The final against Tennessee, men's soccer. Cincinnati 1, Tennessee 0. Justin Williams, 19 hours ago, touchdown Bearcats, 2 plays, 75 yards, a 37-yard run by Warren, and then a 38-yard catch by Takara for the score, 28-7 UC, in a hurry to start the third. So I guess UC won. Let's go back. Let's go to Cincinnati. Job well done. Thanks to you, fans. Next up at home, playoffs. So there was 31,478 in attendance in the game. It's a new attendance record. 1 hour ago, FC retweeted, dream big, work hard, stay focused, and surround yourself with good people. You get your official FCC 2018 USL regular season champions tees in stores now. Evan Newton posted a special night last night with a special group. Such a cool moment, and what a way to celebrate the regular season championship at home after a big 3-0 win over good Indy 11 team. Let's keep this going into the playoffs. So I suppose they won yesterday. So that's about all we have here in Clifton. We're gonna look forward to covering all the events this week and The big climax will be CliftonFest this weekend. I'll be broadcasting every day up until Sunday, so it's going to be a great time in Clifton. Thank you. This is Tom Lohre signing out.